I'm gonna have to manually type out 100% of these because every 20 ticks. Oh no, I can't do that. Oh, that's so horrible. Because every 20 ticks, this needs to drop down by 1, right? Because there's 5,000 power. So divided by 20 gets you to 100%, right? Which also means that that's me locking in the power. So that means 5,000 is where it's going to stay at. I can't change it from now on because then I'll have to go back to 100 command blocks. That feels like that's not the most efficient way to do it, but I'm Googling stuff and it doesn't, I know guys, I use Google AI, but only a little bit, just for help. Also, trying out smooth lighting and oh my gosh, it looks nice. It makes like a serious difference. I didn't think it would, but it like looks so smooth. Like I remember a lot because that would be the name, but it looks like there's like low-key just like mild shaders, which is awesome that they have that. Because this whole map is meant to work on vanilla, and of course I'm using a texture pack, and I tried it without the texture pack. I'll show you guys that real quick, but I am honestly not nearly as fond of it. I mean, it looks fine. It just looks really weird to me. Like the whole map was designed with the bare bones texture pack on, and so when I take it off, it just feels like somebody put like one of those medieval texture packs on. Whenever you play normal Minecraft, you get like the super realistic ones. It's just like really weird and gritty to me. Of course, some of the floor pattern looks a little bit weird, but not that weird. It just feels like even with like the stuff that I got, like these boxes and the way those cameras and stuff look, it was all designed with that kind of plastic finish. You can't see it. It just looks kind of weird. Huh. I might need to fix that because I'm getting rid of those things because I just don't like them very much. Honestly, I got this room. Still haven't done much of nothing with this room, but there's the safe room back here. But you can see it just looks like, oh, you probably can't see anything. I don't know how dark it is. Also, updated, just actually decorated the party room some. If y'all can see anything, it might be terribly dark. I'm not going to do too much of this because it's probably terribly dark. Also, I made Foxy night vision, infinite, boom, sorry for the flashbang, warning, look, it's Foxy. My idea was that he would have like a sword built into his hand, which is honestly just because the flint and steel was getting on my nerves to try and work on. It's kind of late right now, it's like 12. He's got maybe some withering, his metal endoskeleton showing in a couple of places. But he's meant to just, instead of a hook, he has like a whole sword that's like embedded into his hand, and it would just look all cool and stuff. But it also makes him like super dangerous because he just swings his sword at you. And I like to imagine, I think I took this from somewhere, I don't remember what fan game or whatever it was, but him swinging his sword around might have something to do with some of the cuts on him. And I used the hands on this, because these are legs, right? And so the boots, I just, I believe this is the right leg and the left leg respectively. I just kind of position them so that they kind of poke through right here. And of course, he's kind of hunched over. He's ever so slightly smaller than the other animatronics, but he's still bigger than a normal player. And so, yeah. Anyways, but you can see better, like the smooth lighting in the corners and stuff. Here's the bathroom sign. Haven't quite got that figured out yet. But, it's just how it just looks really weird. Oh, that's right, it's nighttime. Trapped in here. Oopsies. It just feels a little bit too realistic for me. But I mean, the fact that it all actually looks nice to me still, that like I wouldn't really change anything with it, is great. Because it means that if you want to use the texture pack, then you totally can. Completely vanilla still. Awesome. But if you don't, then it'll still look good. Like there won't be any problems with the looks. It just will look a lot more gritty. Gritty with T's. So this is what it looks like. I would change that because it's meant to be kind of like a metal wall right here for the fryers and stuff. Okay, and right now I'm working on getting the power thing set up though, because I want it to go down. Because I'm using a text display. Maybe I could just have it drop every 10 or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Good night.